On the internet, there are many questions that can't be answered with a simple Google search. Some questions require more explanation, and some that need a little more digging. Welcome to Detective Doge. I'm your host, Detective Doge, and today we're going to look into the missing case of Sonic 99 RaeBae, otherwise known as RaeBae. The year was 2014. A new horror game was sweeping the internet. That horror game being Five Nights at Freddy's. This horror game was unlike any other horror game. Well, Nun Massacre still beats it, but you know. The setting of the game was that you are a security night guard. You are working the night shift and are trying to survive 5 nights at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. But soon you discover that there is a sinister secret within Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. And it's not just pineapple on pizza. You probably already know what Five Nights at Freddy is. But let's get into RaeBae. Sonic 99 RaeBae is, or was, a DeviantArt artist who was known for making a lot of FNaF art on DeviantArt. At first, she made a lot of Sonic art, but soon fell in love with Five Nights at Freddy's. This caused her to make FNaF art, which soon gathered herself a fan base on the website. She had a lot of people looking up to her, and it was great. RaeBae then started to expand her fan base by starting the channel under her DeviantArt username, Sonic99 RaeBae. She would upload things such as animatics, mostly over famous animation memes like Malk, or the popcorn button, or just FNaF animatics. She would insist on calling them animations, which would lead to further drama. These all were usually drawn in the style of her DeviantArt pieces, which made the animatics very enjoyable to watch. I in fact remember being a huge fan of these animatics, coming home from school and watching them religiously. They were just animatics from an artist. It was honestly enjoyable and actually impressive for the time being. But along with this fame and attention she was getting, it wouldn't be long till the cyberbullies came. And these bullies were not the generic "your art sucks" or "you suck." No, these bullies were harsh as hell, and we'll get into that in a bit.
Satanically, this is fucked up. You're a sick man, right? It's your spit my art. I ain't boring you, man. I'm not boring you, man. I'm just being real with you, man. That was fucked up, okay? That was really fucked up, Frank. Shut the fuck up.
Now let's talk about the cringe queen of FNaF. Sonic 99 RaeBae. She milks FNaF content to no extent. Sonic 99 RaeBae could upload an animation of her original character getting raped by Golden Freddy and still get praised for it.
In this glorious video, she shows off her pet rat while the whitest song in history plays in the background. So, yeah, it's pretty gay.
If you ask me, that is honestly over the top. And most of this coming from the fact that she has a crush on Golden Freddy. Now, I'm not the one to really control what a person likes or doesn't like, but at least she didn't have a crush on something like a character from the Rugrats. Then you can start bullying her. But this is over a FNaF character who at the time didn't have any sort of lore. So these bullies were nothing but more than trolls and unethical people. RaeBae made quite a bit of vent posts, and many of those vent posts included themes of bullying, violence, and self-harm. And from the looks of these vent animations, it seems like being on DeviantArt and YouTube got her bullied 10 times more than in real life. This all showed that RaeBae was a sensitive person, and the bullies knew that. So they basically jabbed her with sticks like a piñata. Of course, she had fans to defend her, but in reality just caused an entire full-on war between the bullies and the fans. And caught in this crossfire were a bunch of people who didn't intend to bully RaeBae, but instead tried to give her actual constructive criticism. And I know people can be harsh when it comes to criticism, but these were simple critiques, such as, these are animatics, not animations. Your shading isn't right. These are more like slideshows than animations. These critiques, caught in the crossfire, caused a lot of innocent people to be attacked. And in the crossfire of the war, there was this one individual. And this individual was none other than Lala Diamonds. So on YouTube, Lala Diamonds commented on one of RaeBae's videos saying how they need to improve and that the animations look like slideshows. RaeBae then replied with a smiley face and a message saying please go die. This then caused 3 other fans to hop in and quote-unquote defend her by saying not so harsh terms such as go die and leave the internet before I R-word you. Holy shit! That is a goddamn step. Holy shit! That was more than a gunshot wound. That was a goddamn takedown. This then cyberbullied Lala Diamonds to commit suicide. According to her mother, who said this.
Hello everyone, Lala's mother here, and I today want to tell you that I have a very sad news. Lala recently passed away. It is very disappointing, but I do not know why she died. There was a knife in her stomach and blood is everywhere, which is confusing me. Is Lala killed or she commit suicide? I have no idea, but whoever did this to my 9-year-old kid should go to jail. May she rest in peace.
OMG, I'm her best friends in Minecraft, and I'm actually crying. I'm gonna miss her. Goodbye, Lala. You will stay remembered in my heart. May you rest in peace.
Yeah, I agree. She will be remembered and not being forgotten.
I don't think she was killed. She committed suicide because look at this.
Oh my god. People actually do this to my kid just because she is sharing her opinion. These people are big coward. They deserve a punishment and should go to jail. What is wrong with them anyway? Why did they do this to my son? Sigh. I do not have idea. By the way, thank you very much for the information you give me. I might delete this account to prevent future drama.
I hate to go out on a limb here, but this is fake. Alright, shut up! Let me just show you the evidence and I'll let you decide if this is real or not. Not like your decision is gonna matter, because you'll see. First off, there are so many grammatical errors here. Too many to the point that it's not even funny. Secondly, apparently her own mother doesn't know if she had a daughter or a son. Thirdly, if you are this blank about your dead child, then you shouldn't be a mother. And fourthly, go to the police! Don't sit at the goddamn computer and post about how your child died. Go to the police so they can have an autopsy and see what actually happened. Now, I'm not defending RaeBae by any circumstances. What RaeBae did was stupid and distasteful. But guess what? There were theories that RaeBae was hacked and said that. Now, there is no proof for me to show, but from what I experienced from the whole fiasco, it was either true or false. No other proof saying the other. But in case you felt a small amount of remorse for Lala Diamonds, look at this. Yeah. If Lala Diamonds really is a 9-year-old, take their iPad away from them because 9-year-olds shouldn't be talking about suicide! Soon into her career, she went on to make journals and responses to haters. And no boy did she not handle it well. She would go as far as to cuss them out like an episode of South Park or threaten to dox the haters. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the only piece of evidence I have right now. I can promise you that I've seen a lot of more screenshots. It's just that all of that has been deleted due to unknown reasons. Either way, so many of her fans started to look around and make theories that she was hacked when she made these posts. But again, all evidence was erased and I can't show any of that. Jesus Christ, I need a drink. Give me a sec. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. RaeBae's innocent because of all the shit these haters have been doing. Well, not so much. There's a darker side to her. RaeBae was known for being sensitive and took these haters' words deeper than she should have. Pretty soon, she embraced the hate and started to become more unlikable. She told people to kill themselves, to fuck off, etc. She became more unlikable and to the point where she deleted all her channels. She did come back, but was not greeted with a parade, but greeted with a barrage of hate. Shortly after, she would deactivate every account and disappear, never to be seen again. Now, where is RaeBae now? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we don't really know. The only piece of evidence we have is this comment made years ago, and even with this comment, it still doesn't give us any further information about RaeBae. But with that, let's come up with a conclusion. RaeBae made an impact on the FNaF art community, inspiring many artists and animators, but due to the simplicity of her content, it caused her to be bullied off of the internet. Now, was RaeBae innocent? Absolutely not. Her actions and words that she threw were not justifiable, even towards haters. Were the haters right? Absolutely not. They were harsh and extremely distasteful to the point of just being bullies. Were the fans in the right? Definitely not. The fans had a correct mission, but executed it miserably. In my humble opinion, this entire war between haters and RaeBae and her fans ended with one winner. No one. I don't think that the haters were in the right for one reason. There is a line between giving criticism and bullying, and many people stepped over that line, claiming to be doing it for the greater good. RaeBae took her time out of her day just to make art for her fans. At the beginning of her fame, she was just a teenager making art for people to see. But haters, critics, and just common people turned her into a monster. I can't help but feel bad for RaeBae, even if what she did later was awful. RaeBae didn't deserve the hate she got. She may have deserved it when she was starting to be unlikable, but right at the beginning of her career, didn't seem right. So, what's the future of RaeBae? Well, from the looks of it, RaeBae is never coming back. After what has happened in the past she left behind, I wouldn't blame her. But for now, I'll make this investigation in my books closed.